Okay. So first, your name, age, and occupation.
Rich Wilkins, 59. My occupation is yurt builder at the moment.
Tell us what experience you have in mining, building, labor, or mechanics.
Oh, lots. I trained my kid how to be a gold miner, so he's mining gold in Nome right now. So I don't have to. I've built everything from mailboxes to huge multi-acre industrial water and wastewater treatment facilities with houses and lots of other buildings in between. Been a project manager and labor when I was younger, so I know all aspects of construction. Manufacturing, I was a general manager of an electronics manufacturing company in Pompano Beach, Florida for a while. Worked for big computer companies in all aspects of the manufacturing process. I own my own companies, a few of them, and manage companies for other people.
Alrighty.
Instrumentation and controls business for 20-some odd years.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Lots of stuff. Tell us a story about the most dangerous experience you've had in the wilderness of Alaska.
Oh, well, an interesting experience is I chartered a plane and landed on a glacier on Mount McKinley. That was interesting.
You feel like that was a dangerous one?
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
because when you're flying in, it looks like it's just solid white.
Uh-huh.
So you have no perspective. You can't tell really where you're going to touch. And it looks like you're just going to crash into a solid wall of white, even though it's on a slope.
Right.
And then when you take off, you turn around and you slide down the glacier, and there's a sheer drop-off after that. So if something goes wrong, you only get one chance.
Yeah.
And then I worked for the Census Bureau in 2010. And I enumerated all the cabins across the bay here on the mountains and cliffs, and with 3 to 4 feet of snow on everything, and snowshoe all across there, with hazards underfoot that I couldn't see. Slid and fell and tried not to freeze to death.
Okay, explain to us why you think having a female boss would be difficult. Include a story of a bad female boss you once had to deal with, if applicable.
Well, I had 2 female bosses when I was young. When I was a teenager, I was a bag boy in a grocery store. I had 2 sisters that constantly argued, and either one wanted me to do something different, and whatever I was doing, the other one would yell at me for doing it.
Okay. Tell us why it's important to have a lot of experience when running a gold mine.
Well, you need experience because, first of all, you don't want to get killed or kill anybody else, and you want to know you can make a profit because it's an expensive, difficult operation.
Tell us why... I'm sorry.
And dangerous, yeah, of course.
Yeah. Tell us why a miner laborer has to be strong, focused, and tough.
Well, the conditions are about as harsh as they can get, especially if you're talking about trying to mine gold in a place like Nome. The weather is unpredictable and it's hazardous. There's creatures that are hazardous. Moose and bears, big bears. And the conditions, you can get landslides and rock cave-ins.
Have you ever had a dangerous work-related situation? Tell us the story.
Dangerous work-related situation. Well, yeah, going back to the census just a couple of years ago, yeah, I tried to jump over a fallen tree with my snowshoes on, and there were branches sticking up all over. My snowshoe got snagged, so I ended up head down in the snow, all by myself. There was a boat in the harbor that was ferrying me around, but he could have waited there for hours not knowing when I was going to come back. And one of the branches went through my snowshoe, so I couldn't get loose, and I couldn't reach behind me to untie the strap on the snowshoe, and it was hard to breathe because I was upside down in several feet of snow.
How'd you get out of it?
I struggled for probably a half an hour or so.
Wow.
Finally got myself untangled.
Wow. How do your friends describe you, and what do you think about it? Wild, bossy, rough around the edges?
Oh, bossy maybe. Been a supervisor most of my life.
Would you stand up to your boss if he were in the wrong?
Yeah.
What are your feelings on Southern Californians coming up to Alaska?
They won't like it.
They won't like it.
They'll want to go home pretty soon.
Will 5 women raised in Newport Beach, California have any adjusting to Alaskan life, both mentally and physically?
They have to be from Newport Beach, huh?
Yeah.
My ex-girlfriend's from Newport Beach.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I spent some time down there. Yeah, I know all about Newport Beach.
Yeah, I do.
Well, they must have some money, I guess.
Mm.
They're not going to like it in Nome if they like Newport Beach. That's
No, no.
She might know someone.
Yeah. Are there a lot of female prospectors in Alaska?
No.
Is there a reason why there aren't more?
Conditions are harsh.
Okay.
Not a lot of any kind of prospectors.
Yeah.
It's just a hard way to make a buck.
Is October cold in Teller?
Yeah.
What's the animal situation between Nome and Teller? Grizzly bears, moose, wolves? Do you need firearms for protection?
You wouldn't want to leave home without one. you wouldn't go to the grocery store without one.
No. Are you okay both teaching women and working alongside them in a search for gold?
Sure, yeah. I ran a company and I had a whole factory full of mostly women that I supervised.
Can you protect them from the elements they'll encounter?
Oh, yeah.